Hey everyone, this is Chris Berry, Certified Elder Attorney with Castle Wealth Group, and today I want to invite you to our Wisdom webinars, and I'll tell you all about what we cover on our Wisdom webinars. And if you like this information, please make sure to subscribe. We're trying to share this education. So the more subscribers we have, the more that we can share.
Christopher Berry is a leading estate attorney and advisor in the area of retirement and legacy planning. He has been featured in publications such as Forbes, Kiplinger's, Crane's Detroit, and more. He's the host of the weekly radio show and podcast, The Chris Berry Show. He's a national thought leader as it relates to retirement and legacy planning, and has authored the Amazon best-selling book, The Caregiver's Legal Guide.
So what is a Wisdom webinar? Well, every Wednesday at 1 o'clock, our firm puts on an educational Wisdom webinar where we answer your questions. A lot of times we have over 20 to 30 individuals on the webinar, and it's live every time. There's no scheduled PowerPoint or anything like that, no scheduled topics. It's really driven all by you, all by the questions that you ask. Think of it as your own office hours with a certified elder law attorney, investment advisor that's been doing this for 15 years, where I cut through a lot of the BS and just go ahead and answer your questions directly. And if you want to register for this, go to www.wisdomwebinar.com. And again, what I'm doing on this is answering your questions live, whether you submit a question ahead of time via email, or if you log on and you just ask that question on the fly. I'm sitting there with my whiteboard and just going ahead and answering those questions. Because our approach at Castle Wealth Group is all about education. We want to make sure our clients are well educated as they navigate the retirement and legacy maze of how do we make sure that our retirement is taken care of? How do I make sure that everything I leave to the next generation is handled as efficiently and effectively as possible? And what we're really trying to do is we're trying to tie in these 5 different areas of retirement and legacy planning. And those 5 areas are income planning for retirement, investment planning, tax planning, healthcare planning, and legacy or estate planning. And so our goal on these Wisdom webinars is to really just go ahead and answer your questions. So I know today's daily wisdom, it's not dropping a lot of specific knowledge or legal or tax or financial planning knowledge, but what I'm trying to do is invite you to join us on our weekly Wisdom webinars, and you can go to wisdomwebinar.com. And again, we're just answering your questions, where if you have a question of how should I handle passing real estate to the next generation? Should I look at a Roth conversion, or are there other tax-free opportunities? What type of trust do I want? Do I want a will, or do I want a revocable trust, or do I want a castle trust? Those are all questions that we're answering on that Wisdom webinar. And so again, we want to provide this education. This is why we're doing these daily educational videos. This is why we're doing the Wisdom webinar, which typically is about a half hour to 45 minutes of me just answering your questions. So I look forward to seeing you on those Wisdom webinars. And again, to register, just go to www.wisdomwebinar.com. This has been Chris Berry. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you.
Castle Wealth Group has clients across the nation and helps families plan, protect, and preserve what is important by creating a retirement and legacy blueprint.